Lioness's life completely changed after meeting him at the rescue center. Lions are perhaps the most magnificent animals on the planet. Unfortunately, we humans do not appreciate them as much as we should. To make things worse, we even lock up these creatures and make them show animals that appear in private parties. Sheila, one truly unique lioness, had such a sad life. Sheila is a unique lioness who used to be a show animal. Unfortunately, her owner didn't take proper care of her. The hard work started taking its toll on her health, and it only got worse. One day, she was lucky enough to get rescued. Unfortunately, Sheila was in such a bad condition that the rescuers thought they were too late. Still, they tried to get her back on her feet, but everything seemed pointless. Just when they were about to put her to sleep, one remarkable thing happened and changed Sheila's life for good. Back in July 2009, Sheila was rescued by the US Department of Agriculture, along with a few other animals. All the animals were in a bad shape, but Sheila's condition was the worst. The lioness looked like skin and bones. She was weak and frail. She seemed to be in such a bad condition that her rescuers thought she wouldn't live another day. However, they decided to give their best and help the poor lioness out. Sheila was held in an entertainment center located in Texas. She was one of the animals who performed in entertainment shows, and her task was to amuse the audience. Not only were the performances exhausting, but Sheila's caretaker didn't pay much attention to her or the other animals. Ahi, founder of the InSync organization, explained, "When the animals are no longer useful to him, he throws them aside and stops taking care of them." Sheila was born in Africa. However, she was stolen and brought to Texas. This means the poor lioness has been held captive since the day she was born. As soon as she was brought to Texas, Sheila started living as a pet and appearing in photo shoots. It took only a year for this lifestyle to start harming Sheila's health. Sheila's condition was so bad that she couldn't stand up on her own. Her rescuers pointed out that she had very little muscle coordination, and thus when she walked, her legs would slip out from under her. Sheila was so weak that she could barely lift her head up to drink water, and she refused to eat anything. It seemed that she didn't want to live anymore. The saddest thing is that Sheila is one of so many animals who share this horrible fate. It is common for people to steal animals, take them away from their natural habitat, and use them for entertainment purposes. Only a few of these captured animals manage to survive in these horrible conditions. Most of them die after a few years, but luckily Sheila had something amazing waiting for her. The organization that rescued Sheila in the first place didn't know how to help her out. That's when they decided to hand her over to InSync Exotics Wildlife Rescue and Education Center, an animal social welfare organization. This organization shelters and looks after animals who have been suffering for a while. The U.S. Agriculture Department turned to the Wildlife Rescue Center, hoping that they could save Sheila. If not, they approved Sheila's euthanization. As soon as Sheila was admitted to the organization, the rescuers started working on helping her out. They were willing to do anything to help her get back in shape. Since Sheila rejected food, the rescuers would hand feed her. The founder of InSync said, "For 2 weeks, I had to go in with Sheila and hand feed her." She added further, "I'd meatball balls and literally stuff them down her throat." No matter what the team did, Sheila's health was not getting any better. The team started losing all hope. An InSync member stated that Sheila had very little muscle coordination, and when she walked, her legs would slip out from under her. It seemed as if nothing could help her out. Even the rescuers themselves were shocked. It seemed as if Sheila was reluctant to get better. After some time, she even became motionless. Sheila would even throw up after eating, which made her even sicker than before. The team didn't know what to do, but still they were not willing to give up. Despite the efforts that rescuers put in, Sheila's health condition was not improving. The team then started considering the USDA's advice and thinking about euthanizing this lioness. The rescuers noticed that Sheila was in a lot of pain and wanted to end her suffering. Letting her live like this would be nothing but torture, so the team started considering giving Sheila a merciful death. Losing a unique lioness like Sheila would be such a shame. Her unique color made her stand out from all the other animals. We're quite sure that other wildcats were jealous of her looks. When it comes to her unique color, it's caused by a gene called color inhibitor or chinchilla gene. Only lionesses from Timbavati in South Africa look like Sheila does. And moments before she was prepared to be euthanized, something incredible happened. Soon, the NSYNC team made another discovery. Sheila was suffering from a lack of vitamin A, a disease known as toxoplasmosis. The parasites that carry this disease get mixed in with the blood of it. Toxoplasmosis is not harmful to humans, but it can be very dangerous for cats. The team was worried about saving Sheila. If she wouldn't eat anything, how would she take her medicine? Toxoplasmosis is an infection commonly found in cats. When an animal's immune system is not strong enough to fight infections, toxoplasmosis is very likely to occur. The symptoms of this disease are lack of coordination, breathing difficulties, disorientation, lethargy, anorexia, enlarged lymph nodes, and even blindness. If not cured, the disease causes death. The rescuers started immediately treating Sheila's condition with antibiotics. They were aware that it was already too late for the treatment and were unsure about its results. Still, they decided to give it a try. Getting Sheila to take her antibiotics was not an easy task. At first, she refused to take them, but then started changing her mind. To everyone's surprise, Sheila started getting better. She started walking and eating on her own. Everyone thought that the medicine she was taking helped Sheila get better, but in reality, there was something else, something that no one else noticed before. The NSYNC team was glad to share the good news on social media. Sheila has made a remarkable improvement. She's regained muscle control, swallows easily, and runs and hops like a bunny. However, the team still couldn't understand what made Sheila change her mind. She was reluctant to take the antibiotics, and all of a sudden, she decided to take them. Sheila was living in a big chamber which had another one attached, and there was a special someone living in the neighboring chamber. The special someone helped Sheila get better, and the rescuers were shocked when they realized it. Who do you think lived in the chamber next to Sheila's? A handsome lion lived in the chamber next door. From the moment these two noticed each other, they started bonding, and this handsome guy's name is Khan. Soon, Sheila fell in love with Khan, and it took the team quite a while to notice the affection they had for one another. But when Sheila started getting better at such a fast pace, the team realized it was because of Khan's company. Unfortunately, he also had a painful past. Khan is a 6-year-old lion. He was rescued by the organization a few months before Sheila was. Khan shared the same fate as Sheila. He was trapped in the hands of reckless caretakers and performed in the entertainment centers in Texas. When he was rescued, his condition was almost as bad as hers. Khan was a show animal, and his main task was to entertain the audience. He'd often appear in private parties too. In order to do his job, Khan was carted to different events every day. A hectic schedule like this started making him sick, but his caretaker didn't pay any attention and still made him perform despite his illness. Khan's living conditions were pathetic. When the team found him, he was malnourished and weighed 100 pounds less than the average male lion of his age. Similarly to Sheila, his owner didn't treat him well. Khan's living space was very small, and it hampered his physical growth. All of this made him do something that was quite unexpected. Khan was frustrated and bored, and this made him chew his own tail off. As a result, the tip of his tail became raw and swollen. If the NSYNC team hadn't found him in time, Khan would have died. Kihi explained, when Khan came, the end of his tail was completely chewed off and he was very thin. The lion also suffered from a bone condition that made it hard for him to walk. When Khan came to the rescue center, he was very aggressive, but the team knew the reason behind the behavior, his illness and the bad living conditions. Perhaps the fact that he wasn't given enough food also made Khan aggressive. However, the team knew that once Khan started feeling better, his behavior would change, and they were right. Khan was a fighter and he recovered very soon. Formerly an aggressive beast, Khan became a disciplined animal and an integral member of the rescue center. Once Khan was cured, nothing could get him worked up. His previous aggression was due to his health issues. But even though Khan recovered from his illness, he still has some difficulties when walking. The team was glad to see Khan getting better, and because of his good nature, they gave him a gift: cinder block stairs. The stairs were made to help Khan reach his den easily. This ill-treated lion was finally able to live the life he deserves. His den was well kept, big and spacious, and soon he'd meet someone special. Even animals need to have friends, someone to play and have fun with. The chamber next to Khan's was empty until Sheila arrived. When these two first met, they hit it off in no time. In a short time, they became very good friends, but their relationship was much deeper than that. Because of Khan, Sheila started taking her medicine and her condition started improving. Sheila and Khan had a few things in common. Both of them had gone through the same tragedy, however, their situations were a bit different. The Insect founder explained that treating Khan was easier since he got comfortable with his new surroundings in no time. Sheila, on the other hand, had a hard time adjusting. It was because she was in very bad shape. She was almost dead when she arrived at the center. Kihi was so happy to see the condition of both lions getting better. She stated that as time went by, they both healed and grew into beautifully grown lions. She also pointed out that the team had built a new lion enclosure. It was designed so that Khan and Sheila could live next to each other. Khan and Sheila spent so much time together. The team suspected that their relationship could be more than just a friendship. Kihi noticed that Sheila spent the next few months showing off for Kevin, and Khan strutted his stuff for her. These two lions didn't even try to keep their love for each other a secret. Everyone realized, and they were glad to see Khan and Sheila happy together. After the rescuers noticed Sheila and Khan's affection for each other, they decided to let them date. But to prevent any accidents from taking place, they spayed Sheila, and then the two started spending all their time together. Vicky, one of the rescuers, explained that they did short dates every day, and then the dates got longer, and then the dates became unsupervised. Then the team let these two lovebirds spend the night together, and after 3 months of dating, they allowed them to get married. The team built a special enclosure for these two. There they get to spend their special time together, but it seems like Sheila is the boss in the relationship. Khan and Sheila seem like they can't get enough of each other. Sheila is absolutely in love with the attention and affection she gets from her husband. Oh, let's not forget those special card boxes he brings her all the time. Vicky also talks about Khan's possessive nature for his wife. Whenever he notices other lions getting close to her, he doesn't hesitate to confront them. And there are so many other ways he expresses his love. Having a wife as special and beautiful as Sheila, Khan has to make sure she's safe all the time. He protects her from all the other lions. Vicky says that Khan lets all the other guys know that Sheila belongs to him. He roars and sometimes even charges at them. Who'd say that two animals can make such a perfect couple? But what happened to their owners who almost caused their deaths? Sheila and Khan's owners were punished for their improper treatment of animals. They're no longer entitled to keep big and exotic animals. But even though the owner was punished, many petitioners expected stricter action and weren't satisfied with this minimalist penalty. What started out as a sad story about a mistreated lioness ended with unconditional love. Sheila was so close to getting euthanized. However, after meeting a special lion named Khan, her condition improved and she ended up in a blissful marriage. Such a beautiful love story, isn't it?